44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just Isupk sat in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign. I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog.
All right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, Israel. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Brakatah. Yahweh Shamar Alatham Bashim Yahushua is priest and officer Thawashab of the Isupk. Start at the 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. Tonight is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class, right? Every Tuesday from 6:30 to 8:30, we broadcast live out here in the Hart Memorial Library. Right, so if you're in the Central Florida area, Kissimmee, Orlando, be able to stop on by, please do so. Right, every Tuesday from 6:30 to 8:30, Hart Memorial Library, and get all your questions answered directly. All right. So since it's the Brotherhood class, I'll go ahead and jump in the topic of Brotherhood. All right. I'm gonna see we don't have course, no questions or nothing on here. One second, y'all. For those that is tuning in. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
What's going on, please?
Small, so y'all about Isupk.
No, y'all about What's going on, Warriors? Good to have you on here, man.
Come.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna be by myself for a second.
Ah, shit, I ain't gonna let that happen.
Man, I appreciate it, Warrior. I appreciate it.
Yeah, come.
Yeah, man. So, kind of did the introduction already. So, ready to get it started rocking and rolling. I don't see nobody in the chat or anything, but anybody.
You gotta give him a few minutes. It just came up.
Oh, it just came up?
Yeah, so.
Oh, okay.
You went right into it. Like, you went right into it. I saw. You went right into it. So I said,
yeah, I had to look at I looked
right
at
into
the time. God, I didn't want to get too late before I started, so I was like, I might as well.
Nah, it's if they ain't about it. Shit.
right. It is.
We right here. We gonna teach each other.
Yeah, straight up.
Give him a few minutes. That's all I can tell you. Give him a few minutes. You know what I mean? Shit.
Yeah, right. All right, don't sweat.
Shit, I'm about to. Shit.
Yeah, had the music going too. I didn't know you could play music on this joint, man.
That's what I was just thinking. Like, I don't know how Isupk do that. He have it in the background while you talking. You know what I mean? Like, all right.
Tell me if you can hear it. Hold on, I'm gonna play this. Can you hear it?
Okay, yeah, I hear that.
You hear that?
You can do that. Yeah, you can do that because we waiting for him to play a little music, wait for him to come in.
God, okay, God. I never knew that though.
I was just on it. I was just thinking that myself.
All right.
Oh man,
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback, come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words, ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Von Dale. Payback's a bitch in his dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mass shooters. There was design five for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I ain't gonna give it too much time, man. I'm only here till 8:30. All right. Shit, as long as I got my nigga Austin the Shock, man, I'm too wild, man. You know what I'm saying? I clap it up, give it up. Do be back, man. And I get excited every time I hear that little ring come up on the guest icon on the StreamYard. You know, that ring, I be like, all right, man, I'm good now. I'm so shocked it's all here.
Oh, man.
I be excited, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But
you
look,
know, I feel you. Calm.
yeah, right, man. So we gonna get it started, man. For time's sake, man. For time being, we'll get it rocking and rolling. All right, Isupk started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding Jenna Yohana since 1969. We've been teaching the truth of the Bible, man. It's the Tuesday night Brotherhood class out here in Florida. We broadcast live every Tuesday in Orlando at the Hart Memorial Library in downtown Kissimmee. And that's from 6:30 to 8:30. That's every single Tuesday. Stop on by, get all your questions answered if you're in the Orlando area. All right. So being that is Brotherhood, we're going to jump into the topic of Brotherhood. Of course, if you got any questions, right, type it in. I got the link in the YouTube chat, right? If you want to join the live, click the link. Don't be shy. You know what I'm saying? Join the live if you one of us, if you Israel, right? Or if you want to battle, if you and a person want to battle, click the live too. You know what I mean? We also got the attendance sheet on here on the YouTube chat. All right, if you're new in the school, if you're looking to get your Hebrew name, if you're doing your 90 days, right? If you're looking to join the school, what you have to do is click on the attendance sign-in link in the YouTube chat, right? Once you click on that link, you'll sign in with your information so that way you can get credit for tonight's class, right? Just like any other academic curriculum, you need attendance to graduate, right? There's no possible way you can get a Hebrew name without participating and learning your culture and the curriculum, right? You have to participate. If you want credit, make sure you click on the link, all right? Like I stated, man, with my main man, Officer the Shock out in West Palm Beach, Mighty Man, Officer 5000, man. We'll get it rocking and rolling. Tonight's topic I'm gonna jump into is what people like to call unity. Right, we're gonna get what the Bible says about unifying Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right, that's the thing that's oftenly professed amongst woke people, conscious people, politicians, people in church. Right, people who claim to be spiritual, or people who just have some basic common sense. Right, they try to say or try to give us some type of advice on what we need to do to unify as a people, right? Well, I'm here to tell you there is no possible way that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians can unify unless we get rid of the bad apples that's against unity, right? War is what brings peace, right? Wars brings peace. This is how we unify as a people, man. And we're going to have to fight against those that don't want to unify. Just like the time of the Maccabees, right? Like in the time of Christ, just throughout the whole Bible, right? King David had to go to war in order to unify Israel. Now, of course, I'm not talking about a physical battle. Nah, we ain't got to go to blows with our people and all of that stuff. But we have to understand and make a clear distinction between the two, right? We have to make sure that there is a difference between what we practice and what we believe and what the rest of the world practices. And sometimes that comes with debates. That comes with us telling you things that you don't want to hear, that you're not comfortable with. Well, guess what? We have to get rid of all the things that we've been taught and programmed to believe since we got here in America in order for us to unify. And sometimes it's hard for us as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to let go of those traditions. You know what I'm saying? Those traditions that we've been practicing for generations and generations, man. But guess what, man? You're going to learn on this channel that all the traditions that you've been learning in that church and in today's society is all a lie. Everything you've been told. Everything you've been told about life, about the Bible, and about God, it's all a lie. It's all a lie, man. And these are the things that keep us divided. These lies is what keep us divided. These religions is what keep us divided. Voting and being a Democrat, Republican, trying to assimilate into American culture. These things is what keep us divided. The language, the customs of these other nations, man. So we're going to have to get rid of that. We're going to speak against it. We're going to bring it up. We're going to bring up the elephant in the room. But it what needs to be said. All right. So we're going to talk about that. Of course, any questions, type it in. All right. So let me get Zephaniah 2:1. Let's start out with that. So
Colonel Khan, sir. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
mm-hmm.
Colonel Khan. I lifted up my eyes.
Zephaniah 2:1.
Okay, that's Zechariah, Salaki.
Nah, no swear word.
Salaki, sir.
Probably like 2 chapters before that.
Colonel Khan. Colonel Khan. Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
To do what?
Gather yourselves together.
This is who the Lord is telling for all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to do. To gather themselves together, to unify as one. Right? To get rid of your traditions, to get rid of your camps, to get rid of your churches and your religions, and come back to serving the Most High. Right? He says, gather yourselves together. Read on.
Colonel Khan, verse 2. Salakia. Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together.
He emphasized on it. He repeated himself to show you how sincere in his statement that he's making. He wants you to understand the gratitude and the necessity of it, man. We have to gather together. Right? Read on.
Come. Gather together, O nation, not desire.
O nation what?
Not desire.
So what nation is this that the Lord is telling to gather together? We know that this is a nation that's not desired. Well, who fit that category on earth as the most undesirable nation that exists today? Who do you think can fit that best?
Come. If I may, sir.
Get down, warrior.
Come. Man, it's so heavy, you know what I mean? Like everything we bring out in this Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, if you love niggas, it's heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you love Hispanics, it's heavy. If you love Native Indians, it's heavy.
Damn right.
And we are the people that are not desired.
Damn right.
Like, why else would you be on the bottom for 500 plus years? Why would you be the people getting shot down in the streets? Why would you be the people that nobody wants you to have a identity? Like, just imagine, like the Chinese people got an identity, sir.
Mm-hmm.
The East Indian people got an identity.
Right.
The Arabs have an identity. But when the people that are not desired try to have an identity, it's a whole situation.
God.
It's a whole, controversy.
Damn right.
Simply because they want to have an identity, and you know what I mean, like, and be. What can I say? We just want to be respected. We want to be, you know what I mean? We want to be honored for just who we are. And they won't let that happen.
God.
You are undesired in the earth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the Chinese people can raise up and be whoever they want to be. East Indians, whoever. Africans, and just be whoever. And okay, that's who you are. Most, you know what I mean? Like, yes, celebrate yourself. You know what I mean? Like, celebrate your heritage, whatever. But when niggas try to say they want to be anything outside of what somebody else is, it's a problem.
Damn,
if I don't want to be an African American, it's a problem. If I don't want to be a Buddhist, it's a problem. And the only time it is, like, if I don't choose something that is already preordained for me, then it's a problem.
Damn. God.
Yeah,
That's heavy.
It has to be, you have to be a good nigga.
Damn right. That's
you gotta
heavy.
be a good nigga and fall in line with what we tell you should be. Like, and if you can't do that, Nick, I'm gonna show you how undesired you are. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you how undesired you are.
Nick, man, that is so heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's so true, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, like, if we even make mention that black people are the Jews, right? We get a whole ton of pushback for it, right? Because each and every nation, they have their own identity, they have their own culture. Now, we know here in the Isupk that the Jewish man is not the real Jew, but he takes on the identity of being a Jew. And for him to even acknowledge a black person as a Jew, that's beneath him to do. Because he only sees you as a nigga, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He can't fathom the thought, like, you are kin to my culture, even though we know that's not his culture. But I'm just saying, as in his mind, what he thinks.
Right.
Like, he's seeing a nigga with that McGun Dawada, you know what I'm saying, fringes, ribbon of blue. You know what I'm saying? He's like, how the hell is this nigga, low-class nigga in the ghetto, in the barrios and reservations, talking about he's a Jew when my culture is precious, right? They esteem themselves off of their identity and their culture, and they make sure that niggas don't get no parts of it. Even a little bit that black people want to boost up their self-esteem, right? They say that you're anti-Semitic for even claiming it. And that's nothing but merely a discrimination, man. They're discriminating against black people because they see you as inferior. That's how undesirable we are. Even if we call ourselves African, they be like, Africans be like, we ain't part of you. Akon just came out, said it recently that Africans perform better than African Americans. Black people. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, we're trying to get back to the motherland and we won Africa and we all together, all our skin is brown and all of that crap, and they don't even desire you. You know what I'm saying? And even after that, man, we go after trying to get included into our oppressor's religion and his belief in his society. And he don't even desire you. We get rejected by everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? We trying to fill out an application to join every nation on this earth. And application denied, revoked.
For
you know what I'm saying? Because we are undesired. Go ahead, soldier.
Nah, I may, sir. And it's so crazy. What you're saying is so right. Because there's only so many identities that are authenticated. Okay? There's so many identities that are authenticated. It's true, this is an identity.
Right.
And we can't have none of them. So what do we have to do? What does the oppressor, what do they want us to do? Make up a new one? Who are we? Who are we? We from, you know what I mean? Like from the ninth planet in the tenth, universe. Who?
Hey,
Like if I can't be my own, do I have to make something up?
mm-hmm.
I have to be African American. I have to be a Jamaican. I have to be a Haitian or a Puerto Rican or what can I do?
Brother, that is so heavy, man. If I may, I don't mean to interrupt you, the shot, but what you say is too heavy.
Please.
I gotta add in, man, like, cause that is heavy what you say, man. Because this is how we get all these type of religions and different type of beliefs from.
Because
go ahead. Nah, go ahead.
We can't be original. We can't be original.
Right. God, man, that is too heavy, boy. That's true, man. You know what I'm saying?
Lucky, sir.
This is what's gonna further divide us as a people, man. We gonna stay divided, man. Big up Trooper Canuck on here as well. Most High Christ.
Hey, how about you, Mr. Brockton? So lucky, sir, if I may.
Go ahead, soldier.
What y'all bringing out, man? That shit heavy like a boulder, like heavy. Because from a people that's known to be a nobody, a no people, a nothing, they don't even expect for us to even be somebody. Like they expect for us to only just to be slaves and be a nobody and be a no people. So once you start trying to be something that you like be something that's more than what you was always taught, it's a problem. Like how y'all was saying, like they just want you to be a nobody, and they used to you being a nobody. So once you start learning like who you are and things like that, it caused World War III. So like, sir, that was it.
Oh shit, excuse me. So I'm not sure. Look like Officer Tawashab.
So like y'all can hear me?
Okay, I got you. You back, sir.
So like it. My bad. I didn't mean to jam it up. If you could finish what you were saying, Trooper Canuck, my bad.
Okay, come.
Unless he finished. I don't know if he finished.
Oh yeah, I'm finished, sir. So like, sir, that's all I wanted to say. Like everything that y'all saying is absolutely true to a people that's always been a no people or being a nobody. We take on everybody else customs and they nationality and everything, but we don't even know our own.
Right. God, man. Go ahead, Officer Nashai. You want to say something?
Oh no, sir. You was out, so I was like, I was just trying to cover. I was like, that's all, sir.
Okay, God. Damn right, man. What y'all brothers saying is so true, man. You know what I'm saying? It's so very true of us as a people, man. And this is why we have beliefs like Kemetic and Egyptology, right? And now you got new age stuff that's coming about, like zodiacs and all of that stuff. Or black people, all blacks was Native Indians or stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, there was Native Indians are black, but they try to say the Africans was the Native Indians and they was here first and we're Africans and we're this, or we were the blue people before we evolve into brown skinned people. Man, like listen, man, it's all type of nonsense that's out there. And like Austin the Shock was saying, you know what I'm saying? We believe in the ninth planet, the 10th ninth planet and all that bull crap. But when it comes to us to being Jews, to being Israelites, to being the chosen people of the book of God, that's an issue, man. You know what I'm saying? That is a problem. And they're going to make sure that you don't ever come back to your identity because that's what's going to unify us. This book is what can unify us as a people, man. These laws, statutes, and commandments is what can unify us. Coming back to our culture and our identity is what's going to unify us, man. If we're not desired by everybody on this earth, guess what we must do then? Go ahead and read that one more time, Austin and Shot. My fault. You had a point you wanted to bring out, Austin and Shot?
Oh no, sir. Where we at? Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Come. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together.
That's what we must do if we're not desired by everybody else. The hell with them. If they don't desire us, guess what? We got to come together and form something of our own then. Something that we all can identify with, man. That empowers us as a people. That gives us liberty and the freedom to be who we are on this earth, man. And that is the children of Israel, the nation of Israel. We have to come together. All Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have to come together. Because everything that you following is only destroying you and keeping us divided. They place Christianity on you, not because they desired you to be a Christian. They didn't make you a Christian and whip your back and force you to bow down to Caesar Borgia because it was a religion of love. They didn't make you worship on Sunday and sing in that church every Sunday because it's the religion of love and happiness. They placed Christianity on you because that's what made you a slave and that's what kept you divided, man. They understood that what made you a second-class person on this earth, a second-class human being on this earth by becoming a Christian. Because everything that they teach you in Christianity is nothing but white supremacy. That's all it teaches you. All right? You go in that church thinking that, you know, this is what makes you more loved by the earth. This is what makes you more desired and trying to assimilate yourself to this oppressor. Meanwhile, he hates your guts in that church, man. Ask Dylan Roof. Right? Ask the people in that church when Dylan Roof was in there. Christianity is supposed to be the religion of love. And they was blinded behind this oppressor trying to invite him in this church. And they end up dead behind it. Because we trying to gather ourselves with the wrong people. We have to gather ourselves with each other. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Get rid of that religion, man. Get rid of that culture of your oppressor. And learn your true identity. Because the sad thing about it, even with this, is that our own people don't even desire us. Our own people, our own flesh and blood don't even desire us, man. If you could, drop me that in Zephaniah and grab me Caiaphas, when Caiaphas prophesied about Yahushua and how you must die for the nation in the New Testament, Baba Kashah. All right, somebody can grab me that. All right. And this is an issue, an ongoing issue that we have amongst our people, man. The Lord will appoint a leader, somebody to gather us together, to rally the people up, to get the people back to serving the Most High. And in the mix of all of that, you always have a group of us that want to go against that, man. That wants to go against that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians actually loving each other. And that was ongoing all throughout the history of the Bible. I mean, damn, we fled out of Egypt. You would have thought we're all seeing all the miracles and all the plagues, our people would have got it together in the wilderness. But even in the wilderness, they revolted against Moses, man. Because even our own people don't even desire us. And it led all the way, carried on all the way into the time of Christ, even till this day. Our people sitting in that Christian church, you would think they were one of us because we share the same skin color. Because we suffer the same oppression. But they sit in that church and they look at you as nothing but a no good nigga, same way as a oppressor does. Right? They don't even want to be identified as a nigga. They African American. You know what I'm saying? They got the suit on, all buttoned up all the way to the top, got their tie on with the slacks and the gaiters or whatever that's on their feet. And they proud to be African American. But the cats that's walking around with the baggy jeans and the headphones, listening to hip hop and the beard and the braids, those just niggas. They make us look bad. You know what I'm saying? Well, people like that, people with that mindset, if you don't adhere to what you're doing and the devices and the detriment that you're bringing onto this nation, guess what? Those people we have to get rid of, man. They're gonna have to get done away with, man. Christ is not coming back to for everybody, you know, even if you didn't even want to actually keep the commandments of the Most High. He's not coming back for those that, you know, say, guys know my heart and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? When Christ returned, he's coming back for those who was willing to actually adhere to the commandments of the Most High and actually gather themselves together and do what the Lord said. That's what Christ is coming back for. And everybody else, guess what? He's going to have to get rid of them. Right? You got that for me, Warrior? Or anybody? In the New Testament about Caiaphas.
I'm getting it right now.
All right. We're going to read this part real quick about why some of our people don't even desire their own. Well, why is that? Well, guess what? It happened 1,000 years ago too as well in the time of Christ. I mean, the greatest man that ever walked this earth, that raised people from the dead, they didn't even want to hear him. So I'm not even surprised when somebody comes up with a fake Israelite group. All right? I'm not even surprised when somebody try to speak against the truth or speak against the ISUPK, because you did it to Christ. All right? People want to question whether or not if this is the truth or not, because there's so many different Israelite groups and there's so many division amongst us and all of that crap. Well, guess what? This is the home of the truth. This is the body of Christ. And everybody outside of this, the ISUPK, is not in the truth, man. And guess what? This is what Christ had to battle with. Even in the time of Christ, you have people that believe in different factions and different sects and all type of beliefs and backgrounds. And Christ had to battle against them, man. And the one thing that all those people that battled against Christ, those Pharisees and Sadducees, the one thing that they had in common is the statement that Caiaphas said. Right? You got that for me, Warrior? Go ahead.
This is in the book of Matthew, chapter 26. And we'll start at verse 3. The book of Matthew, chapter 26, and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then assembled together the chief priests and the scribes and the elders of the people unto the palace of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas, and consulted that they might take Yahushua by subtlety.
Mm-hmm.
Subtlety.
Mm-hmm.
And kill him.
Right, and kill him, right? It's another scripture that I was calling for when Caiaphas actually said the reason why. But this one is still good, you know what I'm saying? But it's another, I think it's in John, where Caiaphas said the reason why they had to get rid of Yahushua. They had to get rid of the unified.
I got it, sir.
Oh, you got that?
The book of John, chapter 11. John 11 and 49.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
All
right, you go ahead.
The book of John, chapter 11 and verse 49. And one of them, named Caiaphas, being the high priest, that same year, said unto them, ye know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient.
That it is what?
Us. It is expedient for us that one man shall die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not.
Right. The reason why the Pharisees came up with a decision is it's going to tell you in this scripture, right? If you read up the scripture above that, let me get the verse 48, Baba Kashab.
Come, sir. The book of John, chapter 11 and verse 48. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
This is why that even our own don't even desire us. Now listen, now Caiaphas was a high priest, meaning this was a man of high regard, of good status amongst the world. He's a high priest. He's a leader amongst the people, man. And as a leader, the thing that he's concerned about is not unifying his people, is not bringing his people together to serve the Most High. It's not teaching them how to repent. The only thing that he's concerned about, based upon the scripture that you just read, is what? Go ahead.
Colonel Khan. The only thing he's concerned about is his place, making money, his status in the world, okay? Making money, his status in the world, his, authority over niggas. Like, he don't want it's, you read on this. I don't know what it is.
Damn right. Now, you're exactly right, Warrior. You know what I'm saying? That's all he's worried about. Power, man. It's power, man. And our leaders is not concerned about taking care of Israel, which is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. All they care about is themselves. They're selfish, man. They selfish in that church. They selfish in that Muslim mosque. They ain't concerned about your well-being. All Farrakhan cares about is power. All your favorite Israelite group cares about is power. All your pastor cares about in that church is power, man. And guess where he's getting that power from? He ain't getting it from the Most High. Go ahead.
Oh shit, you breaking, you busting them in the heads. They getting it from they getting the power from their oppressor.
There you go. Get it.
Hey, if I could, sir, I could back to what you were saying. Like what you were saying, so heavy. They don't care about nobody but themselves and their power. They're no better than the average drug dealer on the corner. They no better than the average drug dealer on the corner.
Right.
Because that Negro only cares about himself.
Right.
Like to the lowest estate. Like he only care about himself.
God.
His belly. They'll look at that nigga on the corner who's selling crack. And you know what I mean? Like he's nothing.
Right.
Well, guess what, sir? The Pharisees, Sadducees, they the same. They just like the crackhead on the corner, sir.
Damn right. Damn right, brother. Damn right, man.
Just like the crackhead.
They on that corner trying to make $1, like a Biggie said.
They just got a big building.
You said what?
They just got a building.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here just to feed my daughter. You know what I'm saying? As if everybody else's daughter ain't got to get fed neither. You know what I'm saying? Breaking up houses, breaking up homes, getting the mother on drugs, getting the father on drugs, getting locked up in and out of prison. You know what I'm saying? This is what separates us, man. And like you said, man, that is no different from the Christian church, from these religious leaders, from these politicians, man. They breaking up happy homes, man. telling your wife, woman, thou art loose. Right? Telling you to vote, to assimilate into white culture, to forget about being an Israelite. Don't worry about it. That's nothing but hate speech, man. God love us all. All our blood is red. Well, where's that in the Bible? That's not in the Bible, man. You know where they get that from? They get that from the oppressor. The oppressor feeds them that and teaches it unto our people, man. You know why? Because the oppressor knows that's what's going to keep us divided. And it was no different in the time of Christ, man. What the Lord established in 1969 comes from the Most High, man. The Isupk comes from God. Now, you can believe me if you want to. You know what I'm saying? But miracles happen in here, right? The dead get raised up in here. And guess what? The truth was founded in here as well, too. Prior to 1969, ain't nobody was calling a white man the devil. Nobody. Prior to 1969, nobody was on the street corners with a microphone talking about these are the 12 tribes of Israel. Nobody. You didn't know who the 12 tribes were if it wasn't for the Isupk. But just like Caiaphas and just like the Pharisees, guess what men wanted more than the truth? Guess what men wanted more than loving their brothers and being unified and taking care of their nation? They wanted to take care of themselves and be selfish and worry about power that the oppressor gives them. The wealth and the luxury and the lifestyle that this world can bless you with if you become a Christian, man. That's what people is more concerned with. They're more concerned with their bellies than serving the Most High. Right? Let me get John chapter 10, verse 11, Baba Kashaf. Matter of fact, start me at verse 7, Baba Kashaf. Right. If I may read Isupk comment real quick in the chat. He said, so like Officer Isupk, he said, where was that we all bleed red while the world profits off of the continued abuse and violation of our people? Right. Where was it at then, man? All right. That's the only thing that we are the only people that get fed that lie. Right? Like Austin the Shock said earlier in the beginning of this class, every nation understands the importance of maintaining their identity. Every nation. That's the only way you're going to sustain your nation. You have to create a society that caters to the people of your nation, man. And they understand that anybody that comes to disrupt that or harm the citizens of their nation, guess what? They have to take action. They understand how to maintain their society, sustain their nation. But when it comes to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, all your blood is red. We're all just one. You know why? They're trying to leave you without a nation. Why they benefit theirs. Why they take care of theirs. Why they build borders for theirs. Why they build up an army for theirs. Why they build an economic system for theirs. They making sure their people are straight. But to you, you know, we all just one. Come, we all together. While you at the bottom of society. Why they reap all the hard work and labor that you put in. I just seen yesterday a brother collapse on the football field. I don't know if y'all seen that, bro. You know what I'm saying? The brother collapsed on the football field. I damn near thought he died. You know what I'm saying? They was administering CPR for 9 minutes on his brother. That's a long time to perform CPR on somebody. All right, and in later reports, it said that he's in critical condition. That is a sad state for our people, man. Wow. Our people was giving all our blood, sweat, and tears into this nation. Everything we got into this nation until we die, man. All for our oppressor entertainment. For some rich white owner that's sitting over the top of the NFL teams, man. Meanwhile, they taking pictures while your ass was getting discriminated against in the 50s in their schools. You can catch an NFL owner right there in the background, man. Oh, all our blood is red, though, right? As long as you passing that football, as long as you running until you die on that court, you know, all our blood is red. But until you decide to stand up and build your own nation, you know what I'm saying? That's when they have a problem with it, man. Well, guess what? That's what Christ was trying to do. He was trying to unify us. But you have some of our people, some sellouts, some traitors that was against the unification of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And don't nobody understand unification outside of the ISUPK. Everybody that talks unifying is just talk. That's all they doing. It's just lip service. Because if you was really about unifying Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, well, guess what? You will be on the front lines. You'll be in the battlefield, man. Putting in work like the priests and prophets of the Lord has been doing since 1969. But all you got is deep sayings and smooth words about unification because it sounds nice. Well, guess what? If you really want to unify, guess what? We're going to have to go to war. We're going to have to go to war with religion. We're going to have to go to war with tradition. You're going to have to go to war with the lifestyle that you've been accustomed of living, man. All right, you got that for me real quick?
Colonel Cost, sir.
Okay.
I was in the shot. Did you want Trooper Connaught to read? I'll just let the Trooper Connaught read.
That's 12, sir.
All right. If you want to grab some water, it's a wild water.
Colonel Cost.
Right.
The water, sir.
You got it.
The book of John, chapter 10, verse 7. Then Yahushua said unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them.
Right. Yahushua is the door to gathering the sheep together. The sheep is talking about who? Who's the sheep talking about?
Salaka, sure. It's talking about the nation of Israel.
Right, Israelites, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are the lost sheep of the house of Israel, like is mentioned in Matthew 15 and 24. This is who it's talking about. And Christ is saying he is the door. In order for us to get unified, we have to go through him. And that's what Christ established in 1969 in the ISUPK. A place where Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians can come together as one, man. To put all the bull crap that society taught us and programmed to believe about ourselves and believe about each other, to get away with all of that and come together as Israelites. Engulf fully in our culture, man. That gotta be God. Because guess what? Prior to that, everybody was selling you snake oil, man. A pipe dream. Nothing but thieves and robbers. Telling you Pan-African. Or you just African, you just the whole continent, huh? Oh, black people is the original man. Well, guess what? Out of all the original people on the earth, they all got an identity. Oh, black people, you from Egypt. What the hell Egypt got to do with you? What's Egyptian about you? Do you do what an Egyptian do? Do you stretch forth your neck and cut your face and do all of that stuff? Worship cows and do all of that? That's what Egyptians do. They ain't just Egyptians by name. If you read about the ancient Egyptians, they worship all type of deities. But you an Egyptian because, you know, gold and pyramids. And, you know, that's Egyptian. That's not really Egyptian, man. All these identities that I just mentioned is given unto you because people is trying to take advantage of you, black people, Hispanic people, Native Indians. They are nothing but thieves and robbers, and that's not what's going to unify us, man. Acting like, well, you believe what you want to believe, and I do what I want to do over here, and everything's going to be fine and dandy is a fairy tale, man. We're going to continue to be destroyed until one of us decide to get rid of whatever we believe in, man. And at the end of it all, you're going to find out that the ISUPK to be true. Right? Read on.
Come on. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture.
Right. Everything else is dividing us, man. If you learn the truth in the ISUPK, you came here, did your 90 days, wear your all black, rose up in the rank. What makes you think it's okay to separate from the people that first taught you who you are and your true identity as an Israelite? What made you think that was something to do that was a-okay and that was a calling from God? What if you really believe in Christ? Nothing should be able to separate you from the truth. The thing that you really believe in is power. That's what you believe in, is yourself. Your own self-glory, being on top, being the leader, being the one in charge, being the one that tells people what to do. That's what you believe in. You didn't believe in Christ. Your favorite Israelite group is based upon selfish, egotistical, power-hungry leaders, man. That's what it's based upon. And you walk around thinking that you got the truth. But you're dividing our people, man. Your pastors are no different. Your politicians are no different. Through Christ is how we become unified. Read on.
Verse 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy.
I mean, damn, who else does that identify with? If I want to examine the earth and be like, who is the thief that coming to kill and to destroy? I mean, there's only but one culprit that fit culprit that fits the description, man. All right, like they say to us, do we fit the description? Well, there's somebody fit the description right here. If you put all the nations on a lineup, guess what? You all guilty. But there's one that stands on top. That's notorious for killing. That's notorious for destroying us. Who you think that is?
Salaki.
Go ahead.
The white man, sir. Esau.
There you have it. Damn right. Get a brother ahead. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just us saying this. You know what else agrees with us in saying that it's the oppressor? Guess what? History agrees with us as well. You know why? Because history will tell you who is the biggest murderer on this earth by enslaving blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Who is the biggest thief by stealing his land from the Native Indians, by stealing people from their land and making them slaves, man? History will tell you that. And we have never gotten justice for it. And instead of our people wanting justice and fighting against the thief or separating from the murderer or the destroyer, guess what? We follow after his patterns. We follow after his lifestyle and call ourselves African American and proud to be an American. Rushing to that voting booth, thinking that you somebody in this society, when all these nations don't desire us, man. The best thing for us to do as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is come into the ISUPK. Right? Read on.
In the middle of verse 10. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it abundantly.
Right, abundantly. That we may live, man. That we're not getting high. And now we not believing in being a blood. We don't believe in being a Crip or a Vice Lord, Latin Kings, all these gangs that we beef and war amongst each other with. We don't believe in being a Puerto Rican or Dominican or Haitian or Jamaican, all these identities that our oppressor placed on us that we war against each other with. We don't believe in these things, man. We found life in the ISUPK by putting on our true identity, man. By living as a Levite, living as an Ephraimite, a Judite, right? Issacharite, our true identity, man. Read on.
Come. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. But he that is hireling and not the shepherd whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming and leaveth the sheep.
And does what?
It's like it seeth the wolf coming and leaveth the sheep.
And does what?
Leaveth the sheep.
They leave the sheep. What is a hireling? Right? This is a hireling, a shepherd that's supposed to be watching over the sheep. But when danger comes, he leaves the sheep. What's a hireling?
Like sir.
Mm-hmm.
It's someone that you hire for a task to do a job.
And what's their main motive or the objective in that task or that job?
Well, it's like you, sir. In this case, is protect the owner's wealth. I guess. What protect the sheep in the verse.
Mm-hmm. But not necessarily by definition of a hireling, right? You was correct when you said somebody that works, right, or that's hired, right? But they have a certain motive in their hire or in their job, or only concern in that job or that work that they do it.
If I may,
By
sir.
definition, go ahead, Soda.
Oh shit, I didn't know how to do the definition, but
All right,
this is somebody who is out for their own gain. They're not out for, you know what I mean? Let's say they're not out for the gain of the company that hired them. They're only out for their own, just like, you know, the pastors, they're not out for, you know, the prosperity of the people. They're only out for their own prosperity, their own paycheck. They trying to get their own check, you know what I mean? Like, they don't care about the company or the people. They just care about themselves, you know what I mean? Like, they're hired to do a job. I'm gonna do, you know what I mean? Like, whatever I can I'm gonna take advantage of this position I've been put in to put money in my pocket.
All right.
Okay.
Exactly
I've been
right.
hired to do this job because make sure I get money in my pocket. Forget, you know, the whole main objective of why I was hired. Try to lace my pockets, sir.
Damn right. You're exactly right, warrior. You're exactly right, man. That's what, by definition, a hireling is. It's somebody that only works for pay, right? They have no interest in progressing the corporation that they're working for or the business that they're working for. They only there to get a paycheck, right? And in this analogy, this person is supposed to be watching over the sheep. He has no interest in taking care of the sheep. He gets there, clock in, clock out. That's it. Where my money by the end of the day. The sheep that died, right? The sheep that died during the shift. Oh well, that ain't my fault. You hired me for $9 an hour. Guess what? You're gonna pay me my $9 an hour, regardless of what happened on the job. You know what I'm saying? And that's what these religious leaders are. These woke people are. These conscious people are. Your favorite Israelite group are. This is all they are. They're nothing but hirelings, man. They have no interest of the people. Because guess what? When the wolf comes, they flee. Now, who's the wolf? Who's the wolf?
If I may, sir.
Get down.
Yeah, you know, the wolf is definitely anybody who is not anybody who's not the 12 tribe. Chinese people, African people, Arab people, East Indian people, the white man, anybody who is going to eat off of black, you look at our community. You know what I mean? Like anybody who's in our community and they're not us, that's the wolf.
There you have it.
That's the wolf, sir.
That's the wolf, man. They come up and they prey on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Because that's what a wolf does.
Oh,
The wolf is the predator, the sheep is the prey.
sir.
And blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are prey to the other nations, man. They don't come to your neighborhood to unify with you, to come together in all love and harmony. They're coming to your neighborhood to take advantage of you, to suck all the wealth out of your community by setting up gas stations, nail salons, hair stores, liquor stores, all owned by these other nations, man. And what did your Christian pastor say against it? Well, all our blood is red. He don't say nothing against it. He don't say, well, why is it that our people, the people of this community, why is it that they don't have no businesses established in their own community, man? Why you think we're failing economically? Because the people of that community do not control the wealth of that community. That's why we're failing, man. All of it is being dictated by these other nations, by allowing them to come up and set up shop. And after they done, when they close down shop and close down their business stores for the day, guess what they do with all that money they made during the day that you spent in there? Do they give it back to the community? Or maybe they build some center that you can work on. What do you think they do with all that money? They go back to their community and they spend it amongst their own, man. That's what they do. But the bad shepherd, the hireling, don't do nothing about it, man. A good shepherd will speak against it, like Christ did, man. Christ was about unifying blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right? Read on.
Come on, sir. In the middle of verse 12. Like, seeth the wolf coming and leaveth the sheep and fleeth, and the wolf catches them and scatters the sheep.
He does what?
He catches them and scatters the sheep.
He catches them and scatters the sheep, man. This is why we're divided, man. Our leaders are in cahoots with the wolf. They work for him. They're not concerned with taking care of the sheep, man. Because when the wolf comes, they come and devour us. And wanting to be like them, wanting to have their success, divides us, man, as a people. We become more and more divided as a nation, man. And you cannot talk that unified talk unless you actually walk in the walk, man. And here we walk the walk. We said that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians should unify. Guess what we did? We did exactly that, man. We went out in the Cuna, Mexico. We go out in Haiti and Dominican Republic, in Puerto Rico. We go all across the earth, gaining brothers and sisters to serve the Most High as one. Everybody else is just scattering because they only worrying about themselves, man. They only worried about themselves, man. That's why you have members in their organization that sleeping with trannies and shooting them after they sleep with them. That's how you have members in their organization that's being murdered by other nations because the leaders of that organization are nothing but hirelings, man. They're not protecting the sheep. They're allowing them to die in their organization. That's how you know Christ is not with them. Right? Read on.
The hireling fleeth, because he is an hireling, and careth not for the sheep.
Right, like we just said, read on.
I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and I am known of mine. As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep.
He does what?
Lay down my life for the sheep.
He laid down his life for the sheep, man. You got to be willing to give up your life to unify blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's not no easy task. But if you say it's something that must be done, what are you doing to making sure that it comes to pass? Because it sounds wonderful to do, but what are the strategies in place in order to accomplish it? Well, guess what? The Lord already provided us with that strategy. It's found in this book. You ain't got to make up nothing else. You ain't got to make up no philosophy. You ain't got to come up with nothing else new. It has already been written for us on what to do for us to unify, man. And anybody that says anything contrary to that, guess what? You're against the unification of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? Read on.
Come. And other sheep, and other sheep I have, which are not of this fold. Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice. And there shall be one fold and one shepherd.
They shall be what?
One fold and one shepherd.
One fold and one shepherd. This is how the Lord designed it to be. He designed it for it to be for one place, one shepherd and one fold. Everything else is just a hireling, right? So what must be done to these hirelings? If they're scattering the sheep and Christ is trying to gather the sheep, what must the Lord do to these hirelings in order for the sheep to be gathered together?
Colonel Concert, if I may.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he's gonna have to destroy them. They're gonna have to die. They gotta die. Something always, for anything to rise, something has to fall. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So these hirelings have got to die for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come back to their original, to their shepherd. Okay, the good shepherd. Christ said he was the shepherd. So that hireling has to be fired, killed, and die for Christ to be the good shepherd, sir.
Damn right. Now, of course, we ain't advocating. Of course, we ain't advocating for no harm to our brothers and sisters. Of course, we're not. Right? We're speaking on what the Lord decides to do. And I pray that all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians receive mercy from the Lord and repent and come back to serving him. But those who's continuously focusing on being a part of this society that's causing us to be scattered, guess what? The Lord has to get rid of you as well, man. Don't get caught up in the crossfire. This plague is meant for our oppressors in these other nations. The judgment of the Lord is meant for our oppressors in these other nations, man. But you holding on to them is going to get you caught up in the crossfire. It's time for you to separate, man. Don't be a hireling or else the Lord will get rid of you.
Yes, sir.
Right? Somebody grab me where in the precept it says it's a parable that Christ gave, right? It's a parable about a wedding, and then that the people he told the people that work for him to go out and find people to come to the wedding, but some of them was like, nah, I don't want to do it right now. So the Lord was like, all right, no sweat, I'm gonna go get the poor to be a part of this wedding. I'm paraphrasing, right? Somebody can grab me that, Baba Kasha.
Salakia, sir.
Khan.
I think it's Matthew 22.
Matthew 22. Nah, not that one. Not the 10th version one. It's the one where he was setting up a big feast. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. It's the one where the man was making marriage for his son, and he had his servants call all the people to the wedding, and they wouldn't come.
Oh, okay. This is it. And then 22, right?
Khan out of one Khan.
Okay, my apologies. My bad, boy. All right, Khan. Go ahead and read that, boy.
Khan out of one Khan. The book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 1. And Yahushua answered and spake unto them again by a parable, and said, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son.
Right. This is Christ speaking in parables. Why did Christ speak in parables? Could somebody tell me why? Well, first tell me this. What is a parable?
Salak.
Go ahead.
Is it a hard saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like speaking in code. Like damn, what's the word? The word is on the tip of my tongue. Salaki, sir.
Like a Khan, you close on it. What you were looking for? Was it metaphor?
Right, Khan. I couldn't get it out. Salaki.
Khan, right? Khan, now that you on it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a story. It's an analogy used to bring out a point, right? It's an analogy or a metaphor, a story in a metaphorically way, stated in a metaphorically way, in order to present a point, right? And oftentimes Christ would speak in that type of manner, right? Now, why is that? Why did Christ speak in parables? Why did he use metaphors and analogies? Go ahead.
If I may, sir. Okay, so it's like it's crazy that you asked that question. Okay, and it's so hardcore that you asked, like, because brothers, we need to understand what you're saying, sir. Because if you don't understand, if I give you an example of this brother's life and what he's going through, and if you can't understand that, then you don't love niggas. You have no, you know what I mean? Like, I just come. Like, he's gonna see if you can relate to what niggas going through. Or what, you know what I mean? Like, he's gonna give you an example and see if you can feel this, if you can relate to it, and if you can't, you in the Christian church.
I like that you put it in that way too. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact that you put it in that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because not most people will understand what he's talking about.
Right.
Right.
He came from Nazareth.
Mm-hmm.
He came from Riviera Beach.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he gonna give you an example of what a nigga went through, how he felt, how he was raised as a nigga in Riviera Beach. And if you came up anywhere else and you have no understanding of what brothers and sisters go through in the bottom, then you know what this thing you don't.
Yeah, God, you quite don't fit the cut. You know what I mean?
Right?
You right.
You know what I mean? Like this. You want to wear purple. You know, you was raised wearing purple, not Campbell's hair. You know what I mean? And you cannot relate to the brothers and sisters that are cracked out on the corner store. You can't relate to them. You look at them and be like, ew. You cannot relate to them. But Christ can relate to them.
Right.
Christ can relate to them.
Damn right, soldier. Damn right.
He was raised right around his house was right around the corner from the corner store. You know what I mean? Like, oh, crazy. It's crazy.
God, like you said, Christ was from Riviera. He was from the Raw.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Riviera Beach. He was from Mercer Drive, man. You know what I'm saying? High Hills in there. That's where Christ was from.
He was over there. He from Cherry Hill in Wayne Beach.
Right. He was a hardcore brother, man. When he spoke, man, he spoke in parables. He spoke in metaphors. You know what I'm saying? He spoke in analogies.
Right.
Right?
Like,
God, now, you right, my fault.
No, Slack said that. You're right. You're right on this thing. The water to you for bringing bringing this shit out.
God, I just don't want to
I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes.
Yeah, this is
gotta break
God, both sides of Christ. Both sides of Christ, man. That's how Commander Jenner Honda put it in place. You know what I'm saying? That what we learned from, because he learned it from Christ. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a problem with us saying that Commander Jenner Honda is second to Christ. We'll take it up to God then if you got a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the school that the Lord established, and guess who's over this school? Commanding General Yohana. He did not establish IUIC in 1969. He did not establish I don't want to call out these groups, man. I don't want to give them no recognition. But he didn't start your favorite Israelite group. He did not start that. He started the Isupk, Israelite School, Universal and Practical Knowledge, in 1969. And that's where all of you guys learned from. Everybody, man. And guess what? Commander General Yohana just happened to be over it. So what? Right? You got a problem with it? Take it up with God. All right? Let me get Matthew. Hold that real quick, Matthew 22. Let me get Matthew 13 and 10. Because this is why most people can't understand it. And like Austin the Shock was saying, because you really don't love niggas. And the Lord is trying to figure out who really loves Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Let's get Matthew 13 and 10 real quick.
I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Right. Isn't that what we are just about to read in Matthew 22? Is a parable. So the disciples is asking, why do you speak in this type of way? Read on.
Come. Verse 11. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But to them it is not given.
But unto them it is what?
Not given.
It is what?
Not given.
Why is it not given? Because guess what? Some people are just hirelings, man. Some people just worried about themselves. They don't really love Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's not meant for them to understand, man. Our unifying consists of us serving God, keeping the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. Everything outside of that is just a hustle, man. And God is not looking to build a nation filled with hustlers. That's not what he's looking to build. He's looking to build up a nation of righteous men, righteous sisters, holy men, holy sisters, man. But for everybody else, guess what? It's not meant for you. The Lord gonna have to get rid of you so everybody can get along, right? Like the scriptures say, cast out the scorner and contention will what? It will cease. You get rid of the problem, guess what? Everything will be fine. And guess what? Your politicians, your pastor is the problem and the reason why black people don't unify. Because they love their oppressor too much, right? Read on.
God. Verse 12. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever have not, from him shall be taken away even that he had.
What is that talking about? Have what?
God. If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
This talking about have the love and understanding of your own people, the niggas from the ghetto, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. Like you have understanding of what they've been through, their struggle, you know what I'm saying? Then you will be given more understanding. You will be given more knowledge. You will be given things to help them come out of that, you know what I mean, situation. But if you're a Christian pastor and you don't have no understanding of what niggas are going through, then you're just gonna float further and further away from. The more you serve the oppressor, the further and further away you're gonna get from understanding what niggas are going through and what, you know what I'm saying, how niggas live and what they need, you know what I'm saying, to get out of what they're going through.
Damn right, man. Damn right. The Lord's gonna take away the little that you think that you have.
God.
The things that you think is great, that you place before your own people, that you place before the sheep. Even that what you seemeth to have, guess what? The Lord would take that.
God.
And just get rid of you. And you'll just be a nobody amongst Israel. You'll be the least in the kingdom of God.
God, be the least.
You know what I'm saying? But those who have the truth, and like Austin Isupk, who understands the plight of their people and take action in it by joining the ISUPK and serving under Commander Jenny Yohana, guess what? They're going to get more of what they already have. And that's going to be rulership. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians together as one, ruling the planet Earth, man.
Oh, God.
Read on.
Colonel God, sir. Verse Matthew chapter 13, verse 13. Therefore, speak I to them in parables, because they see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand.
That's why he speaks in parables. These niggas they don't want it.
Right.
He's not trying to gather them. He's trying to get rid of the hirelings. He's trying to get rid of the tares. He's trying to get rid of the weeds that's stopping our nation from growing and unifying, man. Read on.
Come. Verse 14. In them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah.
Isaiah, you can say Isaiah.
Which said, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing you shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they shall see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and shall understand with their heart, and shall be converted, and I shall heal them.
Right. So what is he saying?
Most High Christ.
All the people, right, whose eyes is closed. All the people whose ears is shut. The Lord is saying, guess what? If they were to hear, if they were to see, they will actually change and be healed.
Right. Right.
But what Christ is saying, guess what? They have to, I want them to not hear what I'm talking about.
Come.
I want them not to see what I got going on.
Right.
Because guess what? I don't want them niggas to be.
Right.
That's what he's saying. I don't need them to be converted. He don't need you.
Right.
You don't need all your purple million man march. You don't need that, man.
Right.
You know what the Lord can? The Lord can take 300 men and conquer this whole earth. Right? You know what I'm saying? The Lord can take one brother and through that brother plague the whole earth with 10 plagues, 10 or more. You think the Lord need 1,000, 1,000,000, 100 of wannabes and people that don't really love him, that don't understand the plight of his people, man? The Lord is not concerned with all your theatrics, man. He's not concerned with the hallelujahs and all of that stuff. Because he sees you as a hireling, man. A person that is dividing his nation when he commanded us to gather together. He commanded us in Zephaniah 2:1. So as a beacon, as a good shepherd, guess what? We got to speak against you. We got to speak against you, man. So that our people can understand what they're doing is wrong, man. So jump me back to Matthew 22.
Come, sir.
Go ahead, soldier.
Verse 2. It's like I started. You want me to start at 1 again, sir?
Come, Baba Kashab.
Okay. The book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 1. And Yahushua answered and spake unto them again by parables, and said, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. Again, he sent forth other servants, saying, tell them which are bidden, behold, I have prepared my dinner, my ox and my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready. Come unto the marriage. But they made light of it.
What did they do?
Made light of it.
Now, these are the king's servant, right? Meaning they work for him, right? Now, the king is trying to set this marriage up. He has the fat. He's killing all the cow. He got the good food, the music ready, the lights is ready. You know what I'm saying? Now, he's telling his servants to get everything ready, to get people to come, right? So that way they can have this service. They can have this marriage. But his servants made light of it. Meaning what? Help me out. Get me out. Yeah, I talk too much. They made light of it. What that mean? Go ahead.
Oh, no, Upton Ashar was going to say?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, the water, sir.
Yeah.
they didn't take it serious. They didn't take them serious. Like they just shrugged them off.
Mm-hmm. And now look at this. Your pastor claims to work for God, don't he? Don't your conscious leader claim that he's one with the Creator? Don't your imam claim to know Allah and know God? Don't your favorite Israelite group claim to serve the Most High? Everybody claims to be a servant, man. But nobody's actually doing what the Lord tell them to do by gathering the sheep together, watching over the sheep. Y'all make light of the service of God, man. You were gonna say something else in the shot?
Oh, I can't slack you, sir.
No, get down. Go ahead.
I feel like I just you put me you I don't know what to say, sir.
Nah, go ahead.
Okay. But it's so crucial what you're saying, because how you the Lord is asking Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people to come back, you know what I mean, to his laws, statutes, and commandments in order to get rulership. And the Christian pastor makes light of it. The law's done away with. We ain't got to do that no more. He's telling you what you need to do.
Right.
He's laying it out. It's right here in the Word. And the Christian pastor and the fake Israelite groups make light of it. No, you ain't got to do that. You can smoke weed. You can rape little girls. You know what I mean? Like, they make light of what Christ laid down.
Right.
What Christ sacrificed his life for, which he didn't want to. Okay, but he did it.
Right.
You know what I mean? They piss on that, sir. They make light of it.
God.
You know what I mean? Like, they make light of it in like, you know, all you have to do is ask God to forgive you and he'll forgive you.
God.
You know what I mean? Like, they make light of it.
God.
They make light of, you know what I mean? Like, it breaks my heart, makes me mad at the same time. What, you know, how they make light of what Yahushua laid down and did, sir. If I may, sir.
Nah, damn right, man. You know what I'm saying? All these people who claim to serve God made light of their service to God, man, by not taking care of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So guess what God got to do with them? Are he going to bring them together with everybody that really want to serve him? We're going to have to acknowledge this, man, Black people, Hispanic people, Native Indian people. The people are, there's some people that's among us that are nothing but mere traitors, man. That's all they are. They're traitors, man. They sold you a dream. They lied to you. They told you that one day that little black boys will hold hands with little white girls and everything will be fine. They told you that God don't see color, that all our blood is red. Meanwhile, we have been nothing but destroyed and murdered behind it, man. We are sheep for the slaughter. Well, guess what? In order to protect this sheep, the Lord got to take those traitors away, man. You got to take them away. In order for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to unify, he has to get rid of you fake, woke Christian pastors, Israelite Christians that's out there, man. He got to do it. And here in the ISUPK, we are the catalyst for it. We stand with God. And the hell with everybody else, man. And this is how we going to unify. You know what I'm saying? That's how we going to unify. You right there? All right. All right, let's continue on.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. But they made light of it and went their ways, one to his farm, another to his merchandise. And the remnant took his servants and entreated them spitefully
Mm.
and slew them. But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth, and he sent forth his armies and destroyed those murderers and burned up their city.
Guess what, man? God is gonna get rid of y'all, man. I'm just trying to warn. I'm just trying to be that brother, right? We all made mistakes, man. Even with myself, man. Commander Jenny Honda made the decree that all camps come together. Y'all remember that? All camps come together.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? Been saying that for years. And even brothers like myself had no choice but to adhere to that, man. And understood that I was making a wrong decision by not joining Commander Jenny Yohana. And those that don't adhere to the words of the Most High, man, guess what? Judgment is coming behind it. Like I said, don't get caught up in the crossfire. This king just said what he's going to do to his servants that didn't obey him. Read on.
Then saith he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. Go ye therefore unto the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all, as many as they found, both bad and good.
Mm-hmm.
And the wedding was furnished with guests.
Mm-hmm.
And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. And he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless.
Right. So the servants that adhere to him went out and made sure they got whoever they can find to come to this wedding. They got the bottom. The people that, you know what I'm saying? The people that the world considered the scum of the earth. That's who Commander Jenniana went and to find, man. He wasn't concerned with you rich Negroes, man. He wasn't concerned with that. He was trying to unify the Bloods and the Crips. The brothers that was stick-up kids that sell dope. The people that's on the bottom, man. And that's what a good servant would do. But the ones that took light of it when the wedding started, they was even dressed apart. It was like, yeah, you know, I'm here, ain't I? You know, right? Lord, I said hallelujah 20 times. What more do you want from me, God? You know what I'm saying? I pray that song every Sunday. Ain't that enough? You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you was dividing us, man. You was gonna say something else in the shop?
That sound like cap to me.
That
sound like
went
cap.
out to the highway.
Yeah, that sound like cap to me.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what it is, man. Went to the streets.
Yeah,
and got niggas from the streets
right.
serve God. Can you imagine that?
God.
A bunch of street niggas serving God. The irony.
Right.
Meanwhile, your servant didn't see no hope in you, man.
Right.
He didn't see no hope in you. You was useless to him. But behind closed doors, it's unity. Black people come together. This is the problem with black people. See, black people, y'all got a problem with this. We'll never get together if we don't do this. We don't do that. Yeah, that talk. That's all you doing. But you know what the ISUPK did? We went and hit the streets, boy. That's what we did. And put the money where our mouth is, man.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Damn right, man. Continue on.
Verse 13. Then said the king to the servants, bind him hand and foot.
To do what?
Bind him hand and foot.
Read on.
And take him away.
To do what?
And take him away.
Read on.
And cast him into outer darkness.
Mm-hmm.
There shall be weeping and garnishing of teeth.
Read on.
For many are called, but few are chosen.
But few are chosen, man. Many are called, but few are chosen. Listen, we go and hit the streets, man. We prophesy to the wind. Whoever can catch it, catch it. Whoever can hear it, man. And we employ all our brothers and sisters to come on through, man. If you're really about unification, you will come on through. You will unify. But those that's on the outside, man, you're just useless to God. Sideline players useless. So the Lord is gonna have to get rid of some of y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is it. A war is gonna have to happen. We're gonna have to battle to see who the Lord is with at the end of it all. Right? Let me get Acts. This is gonna be the last one. Let me get Acts chapter 5. Acts chapter 5. And verse 33. And let me say this, man. This is not hatred, man. We don't speak against you because we hate you. This is love, man. This is what love really sounds like. If you love somebody, you will correct them. And out of love for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you niggas have gone too far, man. What we're doing and what we've been taught is all wrong. So to make it right, to do it the right way, we have to do it according to God. Everything else will fail. So out of love, I gotta tell you, brother, you are wrong for leaving the ISUPK. You are wrong for sitting in that church. You are wrong for sitting in that mosque. You are wrong for going up in that voting booth. You are wrong if you pop them fireworks on January 1st. Guess what? You were wrong. If you want and bought gifts on December 25th, you was wrong, man. And all you're doing is dividing us. You're further dividing us, man. Because when the smoke clears, what you think we're going to have? And we get a rise of a black nation, what you think we're going to have? Or we're going to have the Muslims over here. We're going to have the Kemetic guys. Yeah, control this corner. The Hebrews, they're going to be, nah, we're going to have none of that, man. It's going to be, then it's going to continue on. You get what I'm saying? Captivity going to continue on. We're going to have that. Somebody has to control and dictate the things that we do within this nation. Somebody has to come out on top. And we're going to find out when the smoke clears who to move with. I can tell you until my face turned blue. I'd rather let the Lord show you when the smoke clears. Let me get Acts 5 and 33 real quick.
Oh, God, sorry, I got it.
Go ahead.
Book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 33. When they heard that, they were cut to the heart and took counsel to slay them.
Look at that, trying to divide us. Once again, our leaders. Read on.
Come. Verse 34. Then stood up one in the council and prophesied, named Gemaiah, Gamaliel. You can say Gamaliel. That's what I'll say.
Gamaliel. Yeah, kind of.
a doctor
I
of
don't
the
know.
law. A doctor of the law.
Mm-hmm.
Had a reputation among all slacking. Had a reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space.
He gave them some time, gave them some breathing room, so they won't be put to death immediately. All right, he studied the law, so he understood a little bit of what the book was saying. Read on.
Come. Verse 35. And said unto them, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves. Ye intend to do as touching these men.
Right, read on.
Come. For before these days rose up Thaddeus, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain, and all as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught.
So even in the time of Christ, when the disciples was on the scene, guess what? You had other groups. You had other people around. All right? But the Lord got rid of all the hirelings, man. Read on.
Come. Verse 37. After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed.
Right, another cat, right? Right. This scripture can go with people who thinks that there is no truth in following in the Bible because you have so many Israelite groups. Right. Well, if you wasn't such a punk, you will understand that life is about war. And what's going on in the circumstance within the quote unquote Israelite community is no different than what happened in the time of Christ. You had many groups that was out there, man. And Christ himself was on the scene while all them groups was out there. And at the end of it all, guess what? The Lord just got rid of them one by one. Right? Read on.
Verse 38. And now I say unto you, refrain from this man, and let them alone. For if they counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of God.
But if it be what?
If it be of God.
Of what?
Of God.
Read on.
Ye cannot overthrow it.
You can't do what?
Overthrow it.
Guess what? The Isupk since 1969 been unifying blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and you will never be able to overthrow it. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end the class, man. Big up to y'all brothers. Off in the shop. Cooper Canuck. Everybody in the chat, man. I did see the question for Lakia. Time say I couldn't get it. But hold that question. Officer in the shop will got you tomorrow on the same channel, y'all. So with that, shalom, Israel.
Shalom, sir.